Okay, so let's take a look at this switch example of a user-written function. So it says this function gives the user a choice regarding the format of today's date. So it's going to be like a if-then, but they're just going to use switch instead of if-then. Values that are assigned to parameters in the function's declaration are taken as defaults. In the myDate function, long is the default format for dates if type isn't specified. Okay, let's see what they're talking about. So here's the myDate function. So again, the name, we tell R it's a function. There's only one parameter, and it's of type, it's called type, and the default value is long. Now we define what's going to happen to this variable, or how we're going to use it. So we go from here to here. Okay, so we use the switch statement. So that goes from here to here. So depending on the type, so if it's long, the format will be like this. And if it's short, if nothing is typed in there, then it will assume that it's long. The default is long. But if they put short in, then we'll do this type of format. And if they if they type anything else, then we're going to print this, which is this, whatever type they put in is not a recognized type. So remember what this gives you, this part here? This gives you, it gives you some form of the time. Let's see what it gives us exactly. Of the current time. So it gives us that. Okay, and then we want to format this in some way. And this format function says it takes this as an input and then formats it according to either this or according to this. So if you don't remember what these are, and I don't actually, then you can look these up and see what they do. Or we can just test it. So here we test it. So we try myDate and use long. So it's going to use this format here. So we get this here. So this is the way it gives it. And then if we type in short here, then it's going to give us this format. And if we don't type in anything, then it's going to assume that it's long, and it's going to give us the same thing as we got the first time we tried it. And if we tried medium, then it's going to run this. So the way this works is the switch type. It goes to here. If it's true, then it runs this. If this is not true, then it checks this one. If this one is true, then it runs this. And then if it doesn't find any in the list that are true, it goes to the last thing and runs that, in which case it's going to print something, print this to the screen. So it checks the first one that it finds true, it stops there. If it doesn't find any true, it goes all the way to the end and runs the last statement. He says, note that the cat function, this one here, which is, like we said, like a print function, is only executed if the entered type doesn't match long or short. It's usually a good idea to have an expression that catches user-supplied arguments that have been entered incorrectly. So that's what this does. And then he says several functions are available that can help add error trapping and correction to your functions. This is a kind of an error trapping, right? When we print something like this, kind of an error trapping or something. You can use the function warning to generate a warning message. You can put a warning message in there, and you could have written here, instead of this, you could have put a warning message there. Or just message and have something there. You can even have stop, which will stop the execution of the current expression and carry out an error action. See each function's online help for more details. Okay, let's stop here.